Sorry, starting again. I wasn't ready to play the guitar.
Bedford. We all know it, unless you don't. They call it the city of all cities because, well, it has such a rich history of 2,000 years, and yet people still don't seem to appreciate the thriving community that built this land. Join me as we venture round the rich cobbled streets of this old... cut the video. Stop fucking around. When I think of Bedford, one of the main things that pops into my head is birds. That's because they're an integral part of this city's people. In the 1800s, birds were originally used as a form of transport by tying ropes around their legs and attaching them to their wrists and ankles. This allowed them to travel remotely anywhere around the city with zero ease. However, this briefly stopped around late 1800s as many people were murdering the birds out for fun, because around this time there was no form of entertainment. Then they decided to invent cars, the main reason that crime increased so greatly in the 1900s. And now they're powered by these things. I'll let you in on a secret that the Bedford government doesn't want you to know. In this view that we see right here, most people would assume it's a cinema, but it has a dark history. In the 1940s, the government repurposed it as a baby harvesting centre. The babies go in, the juice comes out. They actually installed 500 industrial blenders into this premises right here. And that's what powers your average electric car today in the city of Bedford. In fact, in the 1960s, disappearing children became such a worry that the government actually started to charge for this baby juice. You can still see the spiders. Spiders, one of Bedford's main exports. In fact, they used to sell it to 500 other cities in the UK just because spiders were so scarce then. But now, they're as popular as a beanie on a Canadian. In the early 2000s, there was the Great Bedfordshire Spider Revolution, where nearly 100,000 spiders stormed the streets of Bedford to try and spread news about this baby murdering factories. The public, they wouldn't hear it. The main reason that this spider revolution wasn't taken seriously enough was the language barrier. The economy in Bedford is very different to the surrounding areas. In fact, in this very harbour centre, a single Manchesterian pound here, it's over 100. One of the main reasons for this inflation was the Liberals. The spider revolution. Turns out they did more damage to the economy than they did to the people's souls.
Jake, are you sure you know where you're going with this?
Trust me. Genuinely trust me, because I know you can't understand shit like this, because like I'm carrying this fucking camera, but like I know you do editing and shit, but that's just like boring. Trust what I'm doing. I have a brain you can't even fucking comprehend.
Okay, Jake.
Here I stand in the Great Pigeon Square. Now, the more observant of you will have noticed that it is in fact not a square, but a rectangle. However, mentioning this loud enough might upset the locals. Right here is where the Great Pigeon murdering spree occurred in 2011. This area is now closed off out of sure respect for the victims. Here is one of Bedford's many Icelandic embassies. A small part of Reykjavik actually stood in aisle 6 of this very shop. What the fuck? You seen that guy? Follow me. They trapped this poor boy in a prison of copper. One day that'll be me. As we all know, cats are a popular domesticated animal. But what you might not know is their origins right here in Bedford City. Well, a visitor I see. One very cat yourself. This is one of Bedford's many common tabby cats. You can see by its brown and yellow markings that it's in fact born here and it's lived here its entire life. No! Fucking vermin! You don't know what they've fucking done to this fucking city. Cut the fucking camera. Don't keep that in, please. I'm not too fond of stairs.
Please choose the desired product.
Whoa.
Please pass your credit card.
Since when do you have to pay? It literally says you don't have to pay. It doesn't.
You have not been charged.
Yeah,
Thank you.
of course I haven't been fucking charged. Fuck you.
Please choose the desired product.
Just choose my fucking design. Don't keep this in.
Please wait for confirmation. Thank you and goodbye.
I can't even get my number 17 Skittles. Shut up, shut up, shut up.
Please pass your credit card. Please wait for confirmation.
Fuck you, fuck you.
Thank you.
Finally!
Goodbye.
Jesus Christ. Shut the fuck up. Fuck you. Are you seriously recording right now?
No.
Okay. Sorry, it's an old friend. Danger, high voltage. Hey. So folks, there you have it. That is the deep history of this town, this country I like to call Bedfordshire. It's been a wild ride, but in the end, everything ends. Just like life, it could be taken away very soon. Perhaps in April 2020. Bedford is like a boat on an ocean. You can stay in the boat, but you never know when you might be thrown into the water and freeze to death. Thank you for watching this season of Frog in a Thermostat vlogs, and stay safe out there, folks. You don't know what you might come across in the